So in the previous episodes, stuff's been surely happening. Aegon has been killing all the ratcatchers, because why not? He's the king. He can do whatever he wants. Alicent is still going at it with Sir Criston Cole. He's like the biggest bastard that King's Landing has ever seen, and I'm including Joffrey in the future. Rhaenyra had a fallout with Daemon. I don't know, I think people ship them, but I don't really do. And it's not because of the incest, but Rhaenyra has been surely mourning. So I'm curious where that all takes us, and I think that the obvious answer would be war. Let's jump right into episode number 3 titled The Burning Mill. I actually really like their titles.
Can you even get that thing up?
Well enough for killing Blackwoods.
Who's that? He seems to be like a charismatic actor.
The boundary stones. Back.
We didn't move them.
How did they move themselves then? Just rolled their way over so bracken cows can fill their bellies on Blackwood grass?
The Assize at River
Fuck
Road.
the Assize. And fuck you. This is our land.
Always important to fight in a reasonable way.
It's Brackenland. Babe killer.
What did you say?
Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Your uncle declared for Aegon. Did he? Aegon Targaryen is no true king. Just as you are no true knight. God!
I mean, I agree with the Aegon part, but the other thing, I don't know what's the drama here.
You wouldn't dare.
Ooh, well, that's out of the way. Damn, that must have taken a lot of work to prepare all that.
He is the basest of villains. He sullies the grave of his brother.
I cannot fault him for keeping his oath.
Oh, she's actually so kind.
Of those who sent him.
Bearing them together. Class act.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this.
Oh right, he left.
Otto blood has prevailed.
We should take him.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the first.
That is easy enough. They usurped my throne.
Yeah.
Or was it when the child was beheaded? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemon's eye? To now
Ooh.
the point where none of it will matter.
Rhaenys shows up all
The
wise.
desire to kill and burn takes hold, and reason is forgotten. There may be another way. Alicent Hightower.
Oh.
When last we met, Alicent said I would make a fine queen. You've seen what has happened since then.
She came to me in the hours after your Lord Father's death. She knows war is coming. There is no war so hateful to the gods as a war between kin. And no war so bloody as a war between dragons. I
Oh.
do not believe she wants it.
She sent a raven. I do not care to read her message.
Oh, but you should.
It's not her, but the men around her who seek bloodshed.
She permitted it.
As you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
Why? They're not really...
Alicent is in King's Landing. Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
Oh, you. You little...
All well, Lord Hand. Only they'll be waiting.
Who's waiting? Man, I wish Rhaenyra and Alicent met to clear things up. Maybe start again where they left it off. Oh my freaking god, just to go around it. Him. He's like...
Good morrow, your grace. My lords.
Oh,
My
damn.
Lanus.
Important business, no doubt.
You've appointed new knights to the Kingsguard, your grace.
To replace those we lost.
The last one needlessly, some might say.
Sir Aric was awarded the great duty of ending Rhaenyra's challenge. He failed to discharge it.
He failed because the scheme was rash.
Perhaps, your grace, but we cannot all hide in our castles waiting for war to come to us.
As now it surely will.
As now, it already has.
Eh.
House Bracken took it upon themselves to attack the Blackwoods. We
Oh.
declared for the Pretender. Lord Samuel Blackwood himself is slain.
Good. First blood in our name.
Is slaying.
Besides, took heavy losses, Your Grace. The Blackwoods and the Brackens have feuded for centuries. This is nothing more than an excuse for them to indulge their ancient grudge. It's no true war.
Call it what you will. I call it war, and so will Dragonstone. The question is, what are we going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it? Mr.
We
Cole.
send a raven to Lord Tully. He must control them.
Lord Grover Tully is a flaccid old fool who can control his cock and a cunning. Pardon your grace.
Do you have any better suggestions, Lord Jasper?
My Lord Brother Jason is raising a great army at Castle Rock. In a matter of weeks, he will be able to harass the Blackwoods from the west.
Should we not aim to unite these armies and strike as one?
The great military mind of the Citadel.
This council must rediscover the discipline it lately had if it's to be of any use.
The Riverlands are the key to the war. Harrenhal is the key to the Riverlands. I will ride out with those I can muster here. Men I know, men are trained.
You need time to raise the numbers to challenge the Rivermen.
Speed is my ally. I will turn the Crown land houses who declared
Is
for
it
Rhaenyra to our
really?
cause. We will add their numbers to our own and then turn west, where I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
So impatient to ride with so few men. Bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favour the bold.
They did not favour Sir Eric.
What say you, my king?
Oh my god. That's such a low blow.
Aemond and Vhagar.
Vhagar will remain here to defend the city.
Oh, does he feel threatened that he doesn't have a dragon?
Too with Sunfire.
Egon.
You'll need a dragon.
My plan is not to draw attention.
What will you do if you encounter one or more of Rhaenyra's dragons?
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. It's a brave thought, but we cannot risk your loss.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
Oh, she actually stayed.
I was told you turned back from your ship to bring warning.
I was
Ah,
not believed at first.
she did
You
that.
saved my life.
Good.
What is the life of a queen worth these days?
You wish to be rewarded.
As I would think, you would wish to reward me.
She's so bold.
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
You said your earnest desire was to flee Westeros.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I'm not often surprised.
One turn for another, then.
I know the workings of the Red Keep.
And what is my worth to you?
I would punish the High Towers for what they have done. But more than that, I know the struggles of the small folk of King's Landing. They will be ruled either by you or by the usurper. And only one of you has shown yourself to be merciful.
This feels like a job
I
interview.
hope you do not confuse mercy with pliancy.
Are they always like this?
Sea Smoke, my late lord husband's dragon, has grown restless of late. We cannot know why.
Maybe he's lonely.
I've decided to send Joffrey to Ward with my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn. Aegon and Viserys will accompany him until a place of greater safety can be found.
Tyraxes is but a hatchling, and Stormcloud.
I want you to go with them. The Red Keep is in disarray. You must take the little ones further. To Pentos, I think.
When my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros. I'm sorry to put this upon you. It breaks my heart to send my boys away, not knowing when I will see them again. I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them, guard them as a dragon guards her eggs.
And my sister?
He's talking about dragons, right?
I need Bailey here.
Because she has a dragon.
I cannot promise to make you happy, but I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us.
Your Grace.
So, like, go away and take the baby dragons? Ah! Better than here. Better than here, huh? Whoa! Oh! That Daemon? Ah, intimidating. The way he's walking, so linear, kind of feels like that's a game. Like I'm watching a gameplay right now. Him with the sword and like following a certain corridor. Sort of reminds me of where Daenerys was. Oh! Wait, so they're just vibing in these ruins?
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so.
You just would show up and claim something?
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name. I swear this by the old gods and the new. Supper is venison with black cabbage and peas. No red currant. Sorry about that.
That was so easy. Maybe I should try that in real life.
That
Go to some
venison is
villa,
well-aged.
claim it.
I've survived many a battle. I do not mean to be felled by poison peas.
I'll admit that my cook's peas aren't exactly the stuff of legend, but poison?
Well, it's an easy way to kill a dragon rider.
Is it?
If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome here.
And what of your lord? Larys Strong, he who sits at the false court of Aegon.
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family. Do you not think it strange that his father, my nephew, Lord Lionel, perished by fire, and his son too, here in this damp place? So no, you will find no loyalty to Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
Forgive me, I'd only assumed that as consul.
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption.
Indeed, Your Grace.
That's awkward.
What then brings you to our corner of the Riverlands?
Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. Or perhaps that has escaped your attention.
Well, it is also, not to be argumentative, in something of a state of disrepair, since your forebear incinerated much of it with his dragon.
Well, that is precisely why we must bring it into a state of repair.
Even if we possess the coin, my prince. Your Grace.
There are 40,000 swords in the Riverland, the largest undeclared host in the realm. Only Harrenhal is of a size enough to garrison them.
Houses Bracken and Blackwood have long detested one another.
Why?
The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin, begets sin.
Summon your Lord Paramount so that I may treat with him myself and turn them to our cause.
It's said that he can no longer speak. His grip on his bannerman is weak. They feel they can do as they please.
I will speak with him nonetheless, whatever his condition. Perhaps the presence of the crown and a dragon will sharpen minds round these parts.
If you are successful, well, when you are successful, what then?
We march on King's Landing and take the throne.
The throne?
It's a big chair made of swords.
Oh.
Lord Commander, your host is mustered and ready to march.
Did he have a haircut? Do you think he polished himself?
So, Kristen, may I present my brother, Sir Gawain Hightower, arrived last night from Eltown.
Sir Kristen, mayhaps I should say, my Lord Hand.
Sir Gawain, welcome to King's Landing.
Oh my god, he's dominating him.
Arrive at court after
Oh, I love
3 long
that.
months on the road. Find my Lord Father, who served 3 kings faithfully, unseated as hand of the king. And by a man from such modest beginnings. What a giddying ascent the gods have bestowed on you.
Sir Gawain has volunteered to accompany you into battle.
Ha!
We have a full complement, Your Grace.
Then you shall have a follow-on.
The march will be hard, sir.
No one is more delighted than I to march out to war with the Dornishmen. Sister.
May the Seven guide you, good night, and lead you not into shadow and death.
I thank Your Grace for her prayers. And request that she grant her favor, that her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings in his heart.
Oh, stop that. So cringe.
Your Grace.
I wonder if there's anyone messed up enough to actually ship them.
No men, no horses, no ships.
I much prefer this council
No dragons.
to the other one.
Then we must seize the hour and act before our enemy does. How fares Prince Daemon with our army?
There has been no word from Prince Daemon, Your Grace.
Then we must press what advantage we do have.
And what is that?
Dragons. Burn those who resist.
No. If dragons begin fighting dragons, we invite our own destruction. Fear of it is in itself a weapon. The Greens will make the same calculation. We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone. We must give Daemon time.
You have witnessed firsthand just how vulnerable you are.
You have never been so exposed.
Perhaps it is time for you to think about secreting yourself somewhere safe while we remain here as a source of distraction.
What a horrible plan.
To conduct the war in my absence.
It would merely be a precaution.
It would be treason.
Ah.
You are fortunate you took it no further.
This council would do well to remember that their queen wears the crown of my grandsire, a prudent ruler, the wisest of Targaryen kings whose reign outlasted every other, even Aegon the Conqueror's.
Isn't she badass?
How do they fare?
Rhaenyra's counsel is wayward. She has a hard task, but I fear she'll need you by her side sooner than late.
This bread still warm.
There's broth too, I made sure of it.
I am no longer an invalid.
I bade farewell to Rhaena before I returned.
I would fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but prattling babes.
One of those babes is your heir.
A boy of 6 who knows nothing of the sea, and yet somehow...
It would displease neither Rhaenyra nor the gods. Rhaena were named heir to Driftmark.
Lord of the Tides. The girl knows nothing of ships, nor even of dragons.
There is Rhaena or there is Joffrey.
Then we must hope to see our way forward in time.
And if there is no time, we are at war, Corlys. If something were to befall you...
Then it is well that I am a good sailor.
Feels like each episode they have these conversations of their own somehow. I don't think they're plotting.
I have much to attend to.
More like consulting. Oh, they're actually very tiny, these dragons.
I cannot spare a fighting dragon, but I send what I can. Stormcloud and Tyraxes are small, but they will grow.
Go safely, sister. I will be safe enough. Far away from any danger with only babes to nurse me.
You do a great service, and may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way.
Do not coddle me, Bela.
We each do what we can.
Tyraxes and Stormcloud are young and vulnerable. These eggs are even more fragile.
Ooh.
But should all come to ruin here, you will bear our hope for the future.
Your Grace.
I mean, sure, it might feel like she's a babysitter or sitter, but she's guarding very important things. People. Baby dragons, baby princess. Princess. You know, I really forgot that she's her daughter in the previous episode. She's cool.
But I ought not to, I think.
I really like her.
People die all the time, especially babes. They're so little, so they're taken so easily.
Oh no, is this a foreshadow again?
Sadness is a condition of motherhood.
That horrid procession where the small folk all stared at me. I warrant they thought I had no more right to grief than they do. Surely they lose their babes more than highborn ladies.
The stranger comes for us all. Queen and commoner, you have as much claim to grief as anyone.
And you?
I love Jaehaerys, but my concern has been more for you and what you have endured. Helena,
I forgive you.
What?
I said that I forgive you.
Suits you, Your Grace. Valyrian steel. Aegon the Conqueror reborn.
Just get on with it.
At once, Your Grace.
What is your business?
There are rumors that the king readies himself to fly to war.
What is it to you?
Only that I think it would benefit all of us to prevent our king from being brutally slain by our enemies and his body parts.
Didn't they agree that he's not going to war? Why is he all armoring up?
I was given the Conqueror's name and his crown, so I shall wear his armor to war. I fly to meet Sir Criston.
Small imposition before you depart then, Your Grace. There are diverse rumors whispered on the streets of your city.
They didn't really leave,
One such
did
is
they?
that Your Grace sends his forces to battle, and in his courage and wisdom flies with them. Another is that his Grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Criston, so the Queen Alyson may reign in his absence.
Oh.
With Prince Aemond at her side.
Ah.
Who spreads these lies?
Matters little. Tales take on a life of their own, like weeds, unless they are tended.
Bro really believes everything that he's told, eh?
Lord Larys, my father always said he had no use for a master of whisperers. And yet, I find myself wanting for one.
And I thought he was already one.
I should be glad of your talents.
You honor me, Your Grace.
Shall we escort you to the Dragon Pit, Your Grace?
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
It does seem wise on reflection.
You could come out with us, my king. Sir Martin has a new squire that wants bedding in.
He's never fucked a woman.
You're sworn to chastity now.
Of course, Your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace.
What a dirty mirror. Gosh.
Put yourself down, mate. I've been telling this fella all about you.
Lads, I've had quite a day of it.
Yeah?
Not sure I'm much for talking.
Yeah, my darling. One for the flagon, one for yourself. There's a good girl, eh? No sense of fun, some of them.
Are you man of Dawn?
Dornish, are you?
Yes, I am.
The part of Westeros my house never settled. Although it said even Dawn mourned the passing of my grandsire. Is that so?
Who was your grandsire?
Oh no.
They call him the Conciliator.
King Jaehaerys.
Thousand apologies. Please, I really shouldn't be telling you this. It could cost me my head. You are saying you're a Targaryen? I'm the son of Balon the Brave.
Bastard brother to Prince Daemon.
And the late King Viserys. Uncle to the one true queen, Rhaenyra Targaryen. The blood of the dragon runs through these veins, and yes, men would take my head for it.
What is he up to, really? He just said he's not really one to talk.
You do not look very much like King Viserys. Or Prince Daemon. How do you know what they look like? He speaks truth right enough. Look, you can tell by his hair.
Yeah, because I'm their half-brother, you fuckwit. Tell you who else doesn't have silver hair? The rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Jaehaerys Velaryon.
Oh, he said that loudly.
Here's your other nephew.
All hail the king! All hail the king! Drinks for all! At the pleasure of the crown! Yes! Sit down. Sit yourself down. Sit!
So King just
His knight.
ventures into pubs.
It's
Oh, that's not a pub.
a little
Okay.
tame, but a good a place as any to get it wet. No. You're good. That's you. Her name is Sylvie or Chelsea or
Darcy.
Aemon the Fierce, you have come so far, and yet you still lie with your very first. What a fine, sweet thing. Did you fuck her like a hound? Such is the madam's prowess that even now my brother will not sample another.
That's
Can't
really
much to
cruel.
aspire, though. As you can see, she's now very much occupied.
Your squire is welcome to her. One oar is as good as another.
Didn't he have clothes? Or... Oh, she's opening the ice and... Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh. Oh.
Sir Gawain, our company is camped back yonder.
On the cold, hard ground, which is why we make for the Bull, a tavern with an excellent reputation on the Rosby Road, not 2 miles away, if memory serves.
We march to make the first strike in the name of His Grace.
I assure you, my nephew will not begrudge me a night of comfort. If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light. Or if their wine is good, perhaps a little after first light.
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Get to the trees! Yeah!
Oh. Oh my lord, I hope he dies. So fast! Oh, but she can... That was close.
A good showing, Sir Kristen. I'm in your debt.
They know we're abroad, they'll be hunting. We must move under the trees and by cover of dark starting tonight.
And no fucking inns.
Is he really in his debt? Like,
Sir Kristen Cole.
he saved himself just as much.
I'm sure of it. Perhaps a scout party for a greater army.
Lord Farringer's reported a larger force moving northeast towards Rosby.
Could you be certain it was Cole? From such a great height.
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
Your Grace, we commend the Lady Baylor for her sharp eyes, but we can tarry no longer. The time for action is surely now.
Your Grace, I must agree.
Cole will look to increase his numbers, and he may call upon a dragon of his own.
This is why you must act now, Your Grace. Loose the dragons, root Cole out, and burn him.
I would. But she read the message now. So she won't.
I have heard your arguments. And will consider them.
Ooh, now it feels like a horror game. Is he dreaming? He must be. What?
Always coming and going, aren't you? And I have to clean up afterwards.
Oh, no way, she came back. The actress. Oh. Oh, Lord. Ah. Oh, we are next to the, what was the name of that tree? The magical trees, right? So he's having like visions, or...
You will die in this place.
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage or kill her outright?
I would speak with her, myself.
Yes.
Killing her would be easier.
If war can be averted, it is my duty to avert it. I have reason to believe she may be of the same opinion.
You can have a message brought to her, in secret.
She would not agree to it. She would suspect some subterfuge, as would I if I received such a message. I must see her, face to face.
She is the Queen Dowager. She goes nowhere without many eyes watching her. Unless... There are fishing boats aplenty in the bay. The city depends on them. Damon made the journey unhindered.
But if I'm recognized...
You may be surprised to learn it, but most folk pay no mind to a woman who has not dressed as a queen or lured herself with the eyes of men. There is one place Alicent goes, outside the castle walls, where you may yet find her alone.
Oh, I love that. I hope they do meet. Gosh, so exciting. Like really, they just enter each other's castles as they please, huh? Oh, she could have covered her face, at least. Okay, but he looks nervous as hell. He's gonna expose us. Damn, the music being like... Oh! They will talk.
No. What? I must speak with you. If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. Though not before I killed you. And then what?
That's an entrance.
Oh, I've begun badly.
Alison's like... Oh my god.
We watched the tourney together, you and I, the day my brother was born. We knew, even then, that men trained up for battle are eager to fight, to seek blood and glory. I know you do not have that desire within you. Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come.
So you've come to surrender then?
I have come to see if we may uncover some path towards peace. My dragons are restless, they smell battle. But if you and I may come to terms...
There are no terms now. Your allies turn from you when they hear of your depravity. Your hands are bloody to no crime. I could never have imagined you...
The trespass was not mine. Oh, think what you will. I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son.
I repudiate that act with all my heart.
Of course you do. I'm usurping my rightful inheritance.
So far they're just fighting. Way to go. Ooh.
Have you now stooped so low that you will countenance the suffering and death of thousands in order that your feckless son...
Your father changed his mind.
I saw the king that night. Mere hours before I left him, he had affirmed my right to the throne.
I think they even discussed Aegon
My mind was changed in an instant.
with the father, right? So there would be some context.
My father loved me, Alicent, and I believe he loved you too. Did you betray him at the very last? When was your plan first laid? Was your ambition so keen?
He changed his mind, Rhaenyra.
You didn't.
I swear this to you, on the memory of my mother. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
What did he say at the end? Did he speak my name?
He was weary. It was hard at times to understand. But he spoke Aegon's name.
There's so many Aegons, like...
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
Oh, she's gonna get it now!
Did my father use those words? The prince that was promised? Did he?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god! Oh!
He spoke to you of the Song of Ice and Fire. It's a story he once told about Aegon the Conqueror.
There you go! Oh! Ah.
The Conqueror.
She's like, oops! I started a war for a misunderstanding.
You must go before you are discovered.
There's been a mistake.
There's been no mistake.
Please.
Denial?
You can prevent this, Alicent. A terrible war is looming, and even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind you.
There's been no mistake. My father has gone from court. God is on the march, Aemon. You know what Aemon is? It's too late, Rhaenyra.
Alicent.
The music's like, ah! Damn! Oh, what an exit to an episode. I never imagined that they would actually, you know, figure it out, because it felt like so much context was needed in order for Rhaenyra and Alicent, you know, for them to figure out that Viserys, he meant other Aegon. But now they actually know, so I think maybe Alicent, well, now she's in denial, but maybe soon, very soon, she will sort of come to senses. Though I know that the war is coming, like, it's pretty much inevitable, so even if they both change their minds, even if Alicent's changed her mind, I'm not sure she would be able to control Kristen Cole at this point, or you know, other ones, or Aegon at that, unless Aegon is told. But you know what, I remember that, I think Otto Hightower, when he was leaving, Aegon said that he was picked as the king, and Otto said, so he believed that. So it's like, he didn't know, right? He didn't know of the context, but it sort of felt like he suspected that maybe Aegon was not actually picked as the king, you know? Oh, this is exciting. I wonder where we're gonna go next, what Alicent will do with her knowledge, and I really like the fact that Rhaenyra is by her side, such a wise counselor, and that she tried to sort of mediate and try to find some middle ground there. But there's no middle ground unless Alicent acknowledges the fact that it's been a mistake. Thank you so much for watching. Unedited episodes are available on Patreon, and I'll see you soon, guys. Stay safe. Bye!